Good morning, everyone. As you can see, it's dark outside, so it's morning time. I pre-record these sometimes just because if I have a thought, I want to kind of get it down. But I was thinking how we sometimes label things good and we label things bad. For instance, right now there's a movement of minimalism and to not have a lot of stuff. And I'm in that camp, I'll tell you, because to me, having not a lot of stuff makes me feel peaceful, right? It makes me feel good about the environment. It makes me feel peaceful. It makes me feel like things are organized, and that always feels good to me. But somebody came into my house one time and said, "Oh, your garage, it makes me feel so overwhelmed. There's so much stuff in it." And I agree with that because I'm a person who really feels peaceful with not a lot of stuff. However, my husband and my daughter are not those people. And it really sunk into me about what we label good and what we label bad, and how we have to kind of open our heart and see everything is okay. Because I was laying in bed with my daughter and we were talking about how sometimes she's like, "Oh, Daddy has some boxes in my closet." And I said, "Yes, Daddy has lots of boxes in lots of people's closets because he's a collector. He loves to collect things. So comic books, old toys, that sort of thing. And it brings him a lot of joy. But recently, it has not brought him joy because he now has to decide if he wants to open them up and give them to his kids, sell them, or save them. So it's starting to feel heavy for him for whatever reason." And so I said to her, "Yeah, sometimes I worry about you that I don't want you to have the same struggle when you get older." And she said, "Well, Mommy," because you could feel like the tiny bit of shame or whatever that is, like where she's starting to think, am I bad? She's like, "Well, Mommy, do I have too much stuff?" And in that moment, I was like, I didn't know what to say. Because in my opinion, I would say yes, but I can see how much joy it brings her. She organizes it. She loves every piece of it. Sometimes when I clean her room and say I take some posters down and stuff and move things around so it's more organized, she says to me, "Mommy, my room looks boring." Because we're all different, right? We all enjoy different things. Different things energize each of us. And so I said to her, "Well, that's for you to decide if you have too much stuff. How do you feel about it?" And she said, I don't know, Mommy." And so it just kind of dawned on me this morning, the book, The Magic of Tidying Up, and that activity where you take something and you say, does it feel heavy or does it feel light or does it bring me joy? Does this feel heavy or does it bring me joy? Pick up each thing. Does this bring me joy? Does this bring me joy? And I can tell you that if my daughter did that activity, probably everything would stay in her room because at this point in her life, everything brings her joy. And so it was just an idea that the labels we put on things about being bad or being good, and that's really hard to do because we're one person. So what one person thinks is bad and good is not what another person thinks is bad and good. And so we really have to have an open perspective and an open heart. And so when that person said to me, "Doesn't your garage overwhelm you?" I said, "It does. It does. But I also have to have some compassion for the people in my life who are not me and who have different priorities and different ideas. It's a fine balancing act." I said, we have open communication and we just talk about it. And if I start to feel too overwhelmed, then we work on it. And so that's that. Hope this makes sense. Have a lovely day, guys. Take care.